Welcome, lovely Cancer, to your general timeless reading. I will begin your reading with crystal and turban seashell scrying, symbolic cards, tarot and oracle cards as divinely led, and also I do have a charm or charms for you at the end. All right, lovely Cancer, let's go ahead and roll and see what Spirit has in store. Holy Spirit, Holy Divine, all who are with me in the highest divine realms of love and truth, I ask that you please give me clear understanding, clear communication, and interpretation skills to bring forth the most loving, truthful information that Cancer needs to know most. Thank you, Spirit. Here. Okay, thank you. And who is Cancer? Okay. Cancer, I see you frustrated. There's a group of people that are behind you. You've either turned your back on them or you're getting ready to. This could also mean setting strong, firm boundaries and not actually walking away. But when I say walking away, that could be physically, that could be emotionally, or both. Okay. So, an example of that would be, let's say, if you live in a household with someone, um, there's no possible way for you to financially walk away, but emotionally, that there has been some kind of severance. Okay. Something like that. Now, I do see both of your eyes open. You look like you are fuming, Cancer. You're so like irritated about something. It's almost a feeling of like, this is the last straw. I'm done. Okay. Um, and what I'm also seeing here in the background, there are several rabbits. The rabbits have their ears up, but they only have one eye. Okay, so what this is telling me is there's a group of people, they do not have to be associated. This could be some that you work with, some that are family, some that are friends, on and on. But there is a group, so there's two or more that don't see either your vision clearly or they don't see you clearly. Okay, but there's something here they're not seeing. There is the potential of abundance, okay, with these people because they're coming through as a rabbit. But their ears are straight up as if they're listening. They're trying to overhear things. They're trying to find out information because they cannot see what it is you're attempting to do, or your, because some of you, it could be your belief system. Some of you, it could be, why do you want to start this job when this one is the rabbit's vision, right? Because they're not seeing you fully. Um, I'm also getting here, there is some kind of deception with one person because I see this person, and this is a masculine energy, and it's not gender specific, okay? But someone who has a strong masculine energy has their left hand up over the left side of their face, as if they're in deep regret about something, like they're saying, "Oh, what have I done? I have really messed something up here." And I am seeing a portion of the right side of their mouth, and it does have that shocked look, but it's more of a shocked, again, regret look. Um, the right eye that I am seeing clearly is closed. So there's someone here who, Cancer, did not see your worth at all. They didn't, it wasn't just a thing of them not seeing your vision, something you're wanting to create, or something you want to believe in, or how you believe, or something like that. Okay. For some of you, it could be even something that maybe you want to move across to another country in the world. And, this person is basically like trying or has tried to hold you back somehow from moving forward on your purpose, your mission, or it could simply be just something that your heart feels like you're being pulled to do. Like this is something that's really important to you, Cancer. But it's come to a situation, or is getting ready to, where you're saying, I'm done. The line is drawn. Step over my boundary. Step over that line. This will be the end. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and go to the cards here. Let's see. Spirit, Holy Divine, please give me the top two. Oh, I was just told no, 3. We're not doing 2. Spirit wants to do 3, Cancer. So we're going to do 3 cards. Top 3 cards, please, for Cancer. Spirit just corrected me again. We're doing the top 2 cards and 1 on the bottom. Okay. Got to do as Spirit says, guys. Always. Spirit knows best. Excuse me. Please tell me when to stop, Spirit. Please tell me when to stop for the top 2 and the bottom card. Okay, stop now. Thank you. We have, I can't make this up, invest in yourself. We have balloons with helium floating through the air. And we have to do the one on the bottom. Excuse me. Okay, and we have, I'm telling you, there's someone here attempting to hold you back. Okay. So, of course, that says it all. Invest in yourself. Okay. I feel like people, being around people, and I feel like this is the people, okay, who were coming through as the rabbits that could not see your vision. Okay. I feel like you see how they are, all the balloons are combined with a rope. It's like you have released them, or are getting ready to release all these people to the divine, because you're like, no more, no more. These people are full of air. There's no, basically what I want to say here is there's no teamwork. There's no effort as far as people putting effort into your vision, because they cannot see it. They just can't. It's kind of like a thing that where, Cancer, you're not equally yoked with a group of people. And because you're not equally yoked, they can't see. Okay. They're not going to see until they raise higher in frequency. And even then, sometimes, Cancer, we are sent on certain missions, or we have found our purpose because Spirit has made it clear to us. And when we go through under an understanding of why we are here, or why we have been through the things we have in this lifetime, because it's for a greater purpose, all of a sudden we start realizing that we have to start releasing people, places, situations from our lives. Because if we don't, this is how we end up, with our hands tied. And Spirit's saying, Cancer, right now, instead of focusing on, worrying about, are you going to hurt someone's feelings? Are you going to, whatever, as far as hurting other people. Now, I'm not saying be vicious. No. But I'm saying, instead of worrying about, oh my gosh, but these are my friends, and, Spirit has something beautiful coming your way. Something absolutely amazing. Okay. But as long as you hold on to this string that has all these people or situations, you're going to be bound. You're not going to be able to move in the direction that you wanted to, or it's going to take you a whole lot longer to get to where you are attempting to go. Whereas if you release these energies, trust in spirit to guide you every step of the way, and only invest in yourself at this time, and understanding that there is some kind of soul purpose that is basically being laid out for you. And it's no one's fault, Cancer, because other people can't see your vision. I feel like I need to say that for someone. It's no one's fault. It it's just the situation that it is at this moment. Because we're all on our own journeys. We're all awakening if we choose to do so at different times. We're all on different timelines as well. So there's so many factors that I'm sure we don't even know about, that bring us into situations and bring us into the vicinity of people that we are not equally yoked with. Many of those are people that we at one time where we were in the same energy as they are, which is why a lot of the time that we come into contact with others, right? Because we are matching their energy. But as each of us evolve, go, our own spiritual path, regardless of what that may be, and some may choose to not have a spiritual path whatsoever. But you've got all these different people going on, including yourself, going on different energetic frequencies, some raising higher, some staying the same. And it's like spirit saying that this has to go in order to be able to fully. You may be slightly investing in yourself right now, okay? And if you're watching this, Cancer, and you're saying to yourself, well, my life, things are moving forward, I'm getting tasks done, and all these things, that's wonderful. But what Spirit's trying to tell you here is, Cancer, there's something much bigger with the vision that you have for your future, because it doesn't just include yourself, it includes humanity as a whole. Okay. And Spirit's trying to help you to understand the need to release any energies that are not good for you. It doesn't mean, it doesn't mean, let's say for an example, you have a family that you love, but you also know you may be the black sheep. Okay. You may be the spiritual one, or, whatever the case may be there. And you love them dearly. You don't want to block them. You don't want to walk away from them, understandably so. Spirit's not saying you can never come back to them. You can never talk to them, things like that. But it's more like Spirit saying, whomever this group of people is that Spirit is showing me, they're never, ever going to be able to see your full vision, because that's something that Spirit has given you and you only. So you're only going to be able to see the full entirety of it. You're the only person that's going to be able to make it what it's supposed to be. Some of you may be receiving downloads of something that you're supposed to create or do, in the form of like a mission, or some kind of spiritual guidance. Others of you, as I said earlier, it may just be a special pulling or drawing that you have to take action upon something, to start something, or if you've already began something, really like honing down and not allowing any type of distractions, not allowing anyone or anything to stop you. But we have to keep in mind, Cancer, I did see you very frustrated, and you were not frustrated per se at your path or what you're attempting to create. The frustration is coming in through this group of people, because it's like they're not, how can I say this? They're not able to see your vision, so therefore they cannot do what is needed for this task. Okay. So what this will require is releasing those that are not fully seeing your visions because you're not equally yoked, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But as you release them, then spirit will all of a sudden begin bringing people who you are equally yoked with, who are on the same energetic frequency, and you can begin to share your vision with them, and they'll be more like, oh, I see exactly what you're talking about. They may not be 100% exact, but because they're on your frequency level, at least, about 99% of your vision, they will understand. Okay. And they will be able to help you in the right manner, as you will be helping them somehow too, because that's how spirit works. Okay. Let's go ahead and move along, and let's go to the cards and see what spirit has. Which deck, please, for Cancer? Which deck? Ooh, is it this one or this one? This one? This one? This one. Okay, thank you. Okay, what would you like to tell Cancer, please? Thank you. Ooh, thank you. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure that we're going to be using all of these are from Spirit. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, okay. So, what we have here, guys, please know that I do not read in reverse for oracle cards unless Spirit tells me to. Soul light. Your soul's light guides your inner world and path through awakening. Yes. Yes. So I feel like Spirit's saying here, it's just a reminder that Spirit's saying, let me take the lead. Let me take the lead, not these people. Let me help you, Cancer, because once you release these energies, I can bring the right energies into your life to assist with you for your vision, right? Okay, and then we have self-transformation. Embrace self-transformation as a journey or evolution and growth. Yes, absolutely. Self-transformation. And I feel like that also goes along with invest in yourself. I feel like it does. To start realizing red flags, even the smallest, even a lot of times Cancer people say and do things and they don't mean to. They literally don't mean to. A lot of times, there's other energies working through human beings that come to attack, come to hold us back from our purpose. Okay. And a lot of times people just don't realize that their vessel is being used in that way. Okay. And Spirit's saying it's time for you to start not allowing anything or anyone to keep you in this energy, to keep your hands tied. If you start noticing something or someone's holding you back, it's time to either set very strong boundaries or walk away, at least until this project is completed. Okay, and then we have self-acceptance. Embrace all parts of yourself with self-compassion and forgiveness. So I feel like this could be body image distortion. This could be some type of psychological issue for some of you because of things maybe like traumas you've been through in the past. Some of you, this could be physical or emotional abuse you experienced as a child or later on in life, either way. But there's some kind of like traumatic experience here that is still with you in your mind, and Spirit's asking you to also release that and just accept where you are and why, because that's why I say at the end of my readings, find your miracle in everything, because Cancer, I have had to do that myself as well many times. And what that means is looking at different perspectives instead of looking at the negative perspective, as in, oh my gosh, this happened to me. Turn that around to, okay, that happened. That was part of my soul contract. Now, because that happened to me, how can I use that to not only help to supply for myself but also to help humanity or help my community, you see? And then we have living in the moment. Live in the present to savor each moment's beauty. Yes. So Spirit's really asking you at this time to really hone in on being in the present, grounding, meditating, just being grateful for where you are right now in your life. Okay. And then we have flow of life. Go with the flow of life. Feeling natural rhythm, inner smoothness. Yeah. So Spirit's also asking you to make sure to be flexible. Okay. And Cancer as your opposite, Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn sun. So the past few years, I have been having to learn flexibility unreal. Because as a Capricorn, I don't, I like structure. I like to know what I'm doing every day, what time, where I'm going. I like everything scheduled. Well, the past few years, Spirit totally ripped that out from under me. But there was a big reason why, because now there are some opportunities that have come into my life now that, let's see, how can I say this, Spirit? That had I had not been learning how to become flexible the past few years, I would not be prepared and ready for what's coming because I was told once this starts, I can never turn back. So, and it's going to be popping. So, it's going to be it's going to be busier than I've ever known the definition of busy before. Okay. But that's part of how Spirit works. So I definitely feel like Spirit's saying, go with the flow, um, be flexible. It doesn't mean, when I say flexible, it doesn't mean allow people to continually distract you. No, no, no. There's a difference there. But in other words, when you see that there's something playing out, we can't stop the energy that's already flowing. All we can do is decide on how we're going to allow it to play out, because however we react in that moment is what comes next in our next cycle. So if we freak out and say, oh my God, and just, act crazy, then that's what we get on our next new cycle. Okay. However, if we just realize and say, okay, this is just energy, it's going to move out soon. As soon as it moves away, then a new cycle will start. So as long as you can make yourself and keep yourself aware, it's just energy, allow it to pass. And while it's passing, create. That's what I do. Be creative. If you're angry, put it into some kind of creation. Make something beautiful. That's where some of the most amazing or beautiful things that come, because my heart is in it. I will be furious. I will feel like I am just full of fire. And instead of taking it out on someone else, I create. I go within and I say, okay, this is what I want in my life. Instead of, oh, I don't want this. No, no. I'm aware it's energy. So I say, this is what I want in my life. So I'm going to start creating that now. And I take all that frustration and make something beautiful. Okay. It may only be just beautiful to me. But when we create something that we're proud of, something that we feel is beautiful to ourselves, we are being in the moment, which is one of the cards, living in the moment that you got. So by doing things that require a lot of focus, so like painting very small, detailed things, that's making you, it's kind of like forcing you in a sense to focus on the fine details. And when you're doing that, you're being present and in the moment. Your mind's not everywhere else, thinking, well, if this person says this to me again, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to be there. You're going to be, okay, I don't want to be outside of the line. That's what I'm talking about here, Cancer. Okay. So as we are being creative like that and being in the moment, while everything else is going to chaos around us, not allowing that to affect us whatsoever, we are actually completing something, or at least starting something that is beautiful, that is our heart. And when that passes by, whatever that chaos is, that negativity, and that new cycle comes in, then you have just created abundance for that new cycle coming towards you, because you didn't freak out and say, "Oh my God." Okay, you see, that's how energy works. All right, let's see what else Spirit wants to give you. Spirit, what else would you like to give Cancer? Anything else for this reading? Anything? Well, it looks like Spirit wanted me to start there. Okay, so it looks like all Oracle this time. And let's go ahead and get a symbol, a charm. What do we have? Look at that transformation. Oh my gosh, you have the butterfly. And look, I can't make this up, Cancer. Look, self-transformation, the butterfly. How beautiful is this? Only if you decide to invest in yourself and do these things, okay? But it's your choice. This is something that you're going to have to go to Spirit about, Cancer, and really understand who and what to release in your life, at least for now, or setting strong boundaries. Okay, I'm going to leave this here for you. And although we've already talked about it, Cancer, I'm going to go ahead and say it again. As always, lovely Cancer, find your miracle in everything. If we look hard enough, we will find it. Much love.